Hi everyone, my name is Samson Adeniyi and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a data analysis instructor at New Horizons Computer Learning Center, and I've been a data analysis instructor for close to 2 years now, and I've been able to train over 50 individuals on how to perform data analysis with tools like Excel, Tableau, Power BI, and SQL. So my main reason for actually creating this channel is to be able to post videos on guided projects here so that individuals can come here and follow along with the videos in order to create projects also for their portfolio. So feel free to follow along with the videos to also create projects for your portfolio. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of the video. So this is the tables that we're going to be working with. There are 10 in number. All right. And over here are the list of things that we want our report to capture. So there are nine items here for us to actually achieve. So now I'm going to move to my Power BI and start to import that data set. So blank report, and as we can see, they are all CSV files. Everything all CSV files. So get data. I'll move down to text slash CSV down here. Now I will start importing them one after the other because I can't bring everything at a time. As you can see, I'm trying to select two, but I can't select two at a time. So I need to bring them in one after the other. So I'll start with the first one here. Bring that in first. All right. This is the calendar file. I'll move to transform data, which will open up my Power Query. It has been loaded into my Power Query. Now I need to bring in the other files. So I will go up here, new file. So this is how I'll keep on doing it until I bring in the 10 files all together. Now I've been able to successfully import the 10 files over here. Now I will go through each and every one of them to make sure that they're in the right order. As you can see here, the name of this column should be date, which is the first row here, but obviously it has to be the colon header. So I need to upgrade this first row to the colon header. So I come over here and I click on use first row as headers. All right. Also, the data type is not a string, it's not a text. This is a date data type. But if I try to change it to a date data type, let's see what happens. Now I have some errors here. Now, and why do I have these errors here? Let me explain. Let me undo this step. Now, as you can see over here, we're having 1st of January 2015. Now, and over here we're having 13th of January 2015. So now there are times that Power BI could perceive the dates as the month being the first number here, and the day being the second number, and this 2015 being the year. So it can interchange the months and the days at times. So here now it's seeing this 13 here as a 13th month. So it's still seeing 13th month and the first day instead of the 13th of January 2015. So we need to change that format to make sure that the day is coming first, then the month, then the year. So how do I do that? I go back to my data types here, then I use now I'll click on this using locale. Okay, now my data type is a date, obviously. Now the locality I want to use. So I'm here in Nigeria, so let me just um look for a format that is used here in Nigeria. So it has to be English also. Yeah. Now you can see English Nigeria down here. And I click on OK. Now everything is as it should be. No more errors. So let me see there are my other tables if I have any sort of errors there also, especially with my data types. Now down to the customers table. Let's see if I have any adjustments to make here. Okay, I can see um a blank column. There's nothing here. I don't need that. I need to delete it. I select the column, then I go up here, remove columns. So that column is gone. Let me check the other columns to see if their data types are correct and if I don't have any empty column. All right, the customer table is okay. Now for the product category. Okay, just for, yep, products. Now I think everything is as they should be. All right, for the product, I think these are the product prices, the costs. Okay, now for the subcategory, all data types are as they should be. Returns, everything is as it should be. What I'm doing is just to check the data types on each of the columns, and they all seem to have the correct data type, except for the one that we changed up there at the calendar table. Okay, these are for the sales. Okay, now these are the sales for the 3 years: 2015, 2016, and 2017. Now I noticed that 2015, 2016, and 2017, they're all having the same number of columns, 8 columns. You can see it down here at the bottom left corner. Um, 8 columns also here, 8 columns also here, 8 columns. And each of the columns are arranged the same way, which means um the order date is first, stock date is next, order number, down to the order quantity. So they are arranged the same way. Yeah, order date, stock date, and the order quantity. Yes, 2017 to the same thing. So now, since these are where all the sales are recorded, and they are in 3 different tables, but they contain the same number of columns, and each of those columns have the same data types. I mean, up here now, the order dates here is a calendar data type. It's a date data type. Same thing here also, a date data type, meaning I can stack these tables on top of one another to create a new table. So instead of me having it in 3 different tables, I can make them into just one single giant table. So how do I achieve that? Now, there are 2 ways. Either I add 2016 and 2017 to 2015 to make 2015 a much more larger table, or I just create a new table altogether. So what I would do is, let me create a new table altogether. So I'm selecting 2015 now. I go up here to my ribbon, and over here you can see, where is that, append queries. So I'll click it and I'll select append queries as new, meaning I want to create a new table by combining my three sales tables. Now, it's not just two tables, there are three. So I'll click on three or more tables. 2015 is already selected. Now, 2016 is next. Then I add 2016. Then I add 2017. Then I click on, let's see if there are other options here. Okay, no. Okay. Now it will create a new table for me. As you can see, this table is also 8 columns, but now it's much more larger, it's longer. We're going to confirm that as we proceed. So let me change the name of this. I just double clicked on that, and let me change it to sales. So my sales table, 1, 2, 3, everything is now here now. All right, so now I'm done with everything I want to do here. My Power Query, I can close and apply. Now everything is loaded here. Here are my tables. Now we need to model those tables all together. This is the table view. You can come over here to view the tables, but now we need to model. We need to model over here. Let me. I need to zoom this out to get a full view of what I'm working with. Now, as you can recall, we've merged um, my sales for 2015, 2016, and 2017 into these sales over here. So I probably don't need this 2015, 2016, and 2017 because I have the same information in sales. So I don't need to have them modeled again. So all I need to do is I need to disconnect them over here. So right click, then I'll delete the connection. Yes. I'll do the same here also. Now I'm going to do the same to 2016 and 2017. Now I'm done modeling, and what I did was to make sure that this sales table is properly connected to the other tables. As you can see, I no longer have 2015, 2016, and 2017 sales here. They are still down here. I just disconnected them from the other tables because I have the same information that I have in them. I now have it in my sales table. So I no longer have a need for them. So this is the final model. All right. So let me go back to my view report now. Now let's start answering the questions that we were told to answer. Now, this report should capture the following. The first one is the total revenue actualized during this period, which is 2015 to 2017. So we need to get the revenue. Okay, so I move to my table view here to get the costs, the revenue, and the profit for each sale. So this sales table, this is where the sales are recorded. Now I need to get the cost, the revenue, and the profit. My products table over here carries what it will show me what each product costs per unit and the price per unit. So what I need to do now is to get the cost of a particular sale, I need to know how many quantity was ordered, then multiply it by the cost. That will be the cost of that particular sale. And also to get the revenue, I need to multiply the revenue. Where is the revenue? It should be in my product also. I need to multiply the price by the quantity also, and that will give me the revenue. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I need to add a new column to this. Okay, so so I'll call this column costs, which will be a multiplication between the order quantity, I'll multiply it by um, the cost, which is in the products table. But because it's in the products table, I cannot just type price like this. Like it won't show up here. I can only do the multiplication with another column on this table. If I want to multiply it with something in another table, I need to use the function related because I've modeled them, so all the tables are now related. So related, now I can pick other columns from other tables. So let me just price, okay, product, no, it's the cost I want, yes, costs, okay. All right, this is our cost over here. I multiplied the other quantity by the cost. This is the formula up here. The next table, I'm going to add another column. Okay. Um. Okay. So I'm going to add another column now. Now this column is for the revenue, and the revenue is going to be a multiplication between the order quantity, also the other quantity in the sales table being multiplied by the price, which is in the product table. So I need to use the function related. I'm multiplying it by the price. Okay, now we have both the cost and the revenue. Now to get my profit, it will just be the revenue minus the cost. So I'm going to add a new column for the profit. Now profit will be revenue in sales, yes, minus the cost. Then I hit enter. Okay, now we have the profit here. So we've added three extra columns here: the cost, the revenue, and the profit. All right. So I think we have what it takes now to continue. Now back to what we need to achieve. Now we need to get our total revenue actualized during this period, which is 2015 to 2017. So to do that, I'm going to make use of my revenue down here. So this is the revenue. I'll move it to values here. Okay, so this is the revenue. Um, let me make it. Let me turn the visuals into a card because it's a single value. So let me just use a card to visualize it instead of a table. A card over here. So the total revenue generated during this period is 24.91 million. So that answers the first question. So I will run through all the questions before now building the dashboard. So this is the first question being answered here. So let me put it here. Our next question, the total profit actualized during this period. I think all this should be like the KPIs. Yes. So the profit, the returns, and also the quantity sold. So let me do that all at once. For the profit, okay, the profit is also in sales. I'm moving it here, turning it into a card. So the profit during this period is 10.46 million. The quantity sold during this period, I'll find that in the order quantity. Okay, so we have 84,000 quantity that were ordered during 2015 to 2017, and how many of those were returned. So let me go to the return table. Okay, so let me view the table over here to actually have a proper view of what I'm working with. For the returns, okay, this is a quantity return. So let's see. Some people okay. The max that was returned is 2. So all I need to do is to sum up this column. Quantity return to values, and I'm turning it into a card. I'm using card to visualize it because they are just single values. So it's not like I'm plotting a column against a column. So 1,828 items were returned in this period. So I think that should take care of the first four questions. Now it says for the fifth question, what occupation of customers patronized the company the most? So um how I want to go about this is we have two things that I want us to look at. In the sales, we have the order number and we also have the quantity ordered. Now, it's possible to make just one order. The quantity of items that I'm ordering is probably like 10 items, but it's just one order. So what I'm going to do in this case is I want to see which occupation of customers yes which occupation of which occupation of customers um made the most orders, and at the same time which ones bought the most quantities. So I don't just want to use the quantities to judge and just the orders. I want to use both of them to judge who made the most quantities and the most orders. So what I would do, let me view it as a table first. So a selected table, let me go to focus mode so that we can see it more clearly. So what I would do is where my customers, yeah, this is a table for customers. The occupation, let me take it to columns. Okay. Now what I would do is for the second column, I'll go to my sales and the order number. I'll perform a distinct count on the order number. So if I have two order numbers showing up, it will count as one because it's still the same order. So I'll do a distinct count of the order number. All right, so this is the distinct count of the order number. Now I want to do a normal count of the quantity ordered, or the order quantity, I mean. Okay, so as you can see, this is the quantity ordered, and this is the number of orders. So so here we can see. Let me arrange this in ascending order or descending order. So I'll come up here, right? Click on this over here. So now the professionals ordered 7,000. They made 7,925 orders, and the quantities that they ordered were about 26,622. So they made the most orders and also the most quantities. So I think they're the one that is making the most, like they're the ones patronizing the company the most because they they make the most orders and they also um buy the most number of quantities. So I think let me turn this into a chart. I'd like to use the clustered column chart. Okay, the cluster column chart is not showing up. Okay, it is. So the deep blue represents the quantity ordered, and the light blue represents the orders. So I think this is probably I should give it label, data label. I'm still going to be the proper dashboard. I'm just running through the questions for now. So that has taken care of our fifth question. All right, so let me move to the sixth one. Revenue by customer gender. So which gender brought in the most revenue? Is it the male or the female? Because we have just two genders. So over here, let me see. I like to view um my work first in a tabular form before converting it into a chart. So I'll go to customers, the gender, and then the revenue. So I have my revenue in sales. So which gender made the most? Okay. So we have so let me arrange this. Okay, it's well arranged already. So the females um gave the most revenues than the males. And this NA, these people did not leave their gender, or while they were making the purchases, their genders were not recorded. So just 155,000. So the female here brought in the most revenue. So let me use either a pie chart or I like donut charts though. So let me go for a donut chart. So this is donut chart. The male and female is almost equal. They are both above 12 million. So that takes care of that. Now, for the next question, revenue by product category. All right. So, like I said, I like to view it as a table first. That's just something that I like to do personally. Not everyone likes to do that. So, product category is up here to the product name into columns and the revenue into where's my revenue? Yes, down here. So let me arrange it. Okay, so the bike is bringing in the most revenue. All right, so add. Let me use a pie chart for this then. So um, the bike is taking a larger portion of the pie. Okay, now revenue by region. What region are we making the most revenue from? The region that we're making the most revenue from. Let me scroll down to region, to territories. Yes, I think that's where I'll find my region. Yes, region and the revenue. Okay, let me arrange it in descending order. If you want ascending order, you can also click it again and it becomes ascending order, but I want it in descending. So Australia, okay, I'd like to use this chart, the clustered bar chart. Or let me start bar chart. Let's see if there's really no difference between them. All right, so I've been able to answer the first eight questions. Now for the sales trend. So what I'd like to do with this to show the trend. Now I want to see by year. I want to see the trend of the revenue, also also the profit and the quantity sold. I want to see the trend if it's an upward trend or a downward trend of the revenue, profit, and the quantity sold. So that's what I like to do. Okay, so I'll use a line chart for this. Okay, so let me blow it up. The x-axis, that would be where um the year would be, because I want to view it by the year. So the year is going to be here. Okay, so now for the y-axis, the revenue by the year. Okay, so it seems to be like an upward trend between 2015 and 2016, like very high, and slightly comes down in 2017. Okay, what about the profit? Okay, this is the profit. Okay, so I think it's also a very similar movement, a very big increase between 2015 and 2016, and slightly coming down in 2017. For the quantity sold now, I'll drop that in my secondary y-axis. No, it should not be there. Secondary y-axis, yes. Okay, so now the reason why I dropped the quantity in the secondary y-axis is because my revenue and profit are in millions. So and the quantity ordered is in thousands. So if I drop it on the same y-axis as this, like it will almost not show up on the chart. For instance, let me do that. So if I move it to the y-axis also, so as you can see, it's a very straight line here because it cannot compare with the revenue and the profit because those are in millions. So the other quantity should be down here in the secondary y-axis. All right, so this is the trend. Okay, so I've been able to like answer the 9 questions now. So what I'll do next now is to put my dashboard together. So the next image on the screen will be a fully developed dashboard on this. All right, so this is the fully developed dashboard with all the charts that we've created before. So this is everything all in one place, and I added some slicers. I use the year as slicers, and also the category, subcategory, and the country as slicer. Okay, we've come to the end of the video, and I hope you were able to follow along and also create your own project for your portfolio. So see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.